witnessing the epicness that was the two previous chapters, we get to this chapter, and compared to the previous ones, this chapter is rather simple, it's rather subtle. It focuses more on character development and story progression. And even though this chapter is simple, subtle, doesn't mean that it's not good. It's actually pretty damn good. So we start with Brunch and Aimaru arriving at this point, which is basically the entrance to Area Zero. And it's this narrow kind of a pipe which looks like a nest, but but it has a hole in it which is filled with some kind of swamp water which is bubbling. And they aren't very close to it, but Brunch pretty much gets exhausted just by staying close enough that they both could see it, you know. And he says that, dude, I cannot go any further. This is quite exhausting. I have completely drained out my energy. This thing has completely drained out my energy. If I go any further, it will risk my life, and it will risk your life as well. Aimaru says that he actually does wants to go further. He wants to go further and experience the joy of eating. Now, what Aimaru says over here gives an insight to his personality, to what kind of, you could say, values that he had before he consumed 4 of the dishes of Akashia's full course. And then what changed in him once he awakened his gourmet cells and gourmet demon. Everything is pretty much given to us in these few panels. What Aimaru says is that, and honestly, I could relate to that, because I have a few friends who kind of have the eating habits like Aimaru. Of course, they don't fast for extreme days and everything like that, but as I'll explain, you kind of also understand. You guys could also relate to a few friends of yours or few people that you know who might kind of have the kind of approach when they are eating. So what Aimaru says is that eating food for him was pretty much a job that you do so that you could survive. If he would eat something, he would only eat enough that it would sustain him. He won't eat more, he won't eat less. And once he has done eating with it, he would be happy, and he would be thankful for the food, and that's it. He would be grateful for what he has got. Show respect to the ingredients, blah blah blah, everything. But when it comes to the indulgence of food, the joy, the pleasure that you eat when you are having something like your favorite dish, you just don't eat like, okay, well, I'll just finish this up and I'm done with it. You don't do that. You eat it with all the pleasure that you can absorb. You eat, and you eat in a way where every morsel gives you immense joy. That's how you eat. That's how I eat. I love to eat. As you can see that. I love to eat. I love to cook. And it brings me joy. It really brings me happiness as I eat in it, as I indulge myself in it. This kind of joy was never experienced by Aimaru. But since he had awakened his gourmet demon, from the bottom of his heart, this urge of enjoying food came out. And that urge led to him driving himself crazy over center. And I think this will impact, if at all we see Aimaru in the future. Uh, this actually might bring some changes in his personality. It might also bring some changes in the gourmet nights. Who knows? Gourmet nights may no longer have to fast those many days or those many times. They could enjoy lavish meals uh, if they want. So it's good to see that Aimaru is actually understanding and going out of his way, just because he knows the joy of eating now. It's really good, because I have a few friends who, for them, eating is pretty much like an everyday chore. Like you okay, you do your homework, you wash your clothes, you breathe, you take a shit, you take a piss, you drink water, and you also eat. For me, it's not that. For me, a meal is the best part of the day. I go, I cook something which probably takes a lot of time, and I eat. I eat a lot. For me, eating is extremely joyful. It's a fun experience. And I think uh, Aimaru has also gained that experience, and that's the reason why he's now uh, he's now about to take one step forward into savoring these juicy moments that uh, center is going to give, and other ingredients are going to give in future of this character. Now then we cut to Take. Now he is still inside God, and he's trying to prepare God. And what we see of God is that God is shivering and he's yawning, and at momentarily he's not eating much. He's just there doing not much. He's doing nothing right now. And what we see with Take is that he is still working on that strand of DNA, and that job is not easy. He has to concentrate a lot. He, the narrator, the narrator actually explains us that the precision that is needed is of zero point 0.1 millimeters. That's the precision that you need while preparing God. You cannot go wrong at this moment. And while he's preparing God, he remembers that how Komatsu inspired him and gave him this boost of spirit, you know. And of course, this does puts more weightage to his character. It actually helps in developing Take's character. And he tells us this story about how, when he was a trainee, he uh, he was working with this fish, and apparently it was just a B ranked ingredient, but yet he was facing problems preparing it. It was such a job where, even though he was working hard, like he was working all night trying to prepare this ingredient, it still wasn't working for him. So he took a break, and apparently he thought that he was the only one who was working all night. But no, in the next room there was Komatsu, and Komatsu was filleting that fish like it was nothing, like it was child's play. He didn't go to Komatsu. He just saw this and he got inspired from it. And he said that this is my irreplaceable rival and my irreplaceable friend, and I'm not going to lose from this guy even when I am preparing the greatest ingredient that is to offer, and that inspired him to a point where he could you know, push himself forward in preparing God. And as he is thinking about the past, Ume arrives, and he realizes that okay, it wasn't just me and Komatsu, it was also Ume who was working all night. And he listens to this noise of ingredients being prepared, and he feels that yeah, it is Komatsu. And the noise, that the sound that is created while Komatsu is preparing these ingredients just gives him an upliftment. It just uplifts his spirit. That actually is quite interesting in his character. I really appreciate that, because for the most part we didn't really knew, or rather cared about Take until of course these few chapters, because now he is playing quite a major role in everything. So it is quite interesting that Mitsutoshi is actually putting some weightage to his character. Good, I appreciate that. Now, back to the battlefield. Toriko senses that as God is being cooked, the aroma that it is creating is getting better and better, and then arrives Center, trying to, you know, smash Toriko, but apparently he is saved. He's saved by Terry, and I shit you not, Terry looks vicious as fuck. Like seriously, he looks fucking badass. I was like, whoa, 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 like what? Is that Terry? Like seriously? I mean, no, because guys, if you look at Terry, he looks like a a true bred battle wolf. He just looks like that. He just looks that awesome, you know. And maybe right now his strength is not even near the second class battle wolf that Toriko and Sturgeon were fighting before they fought Guinness. He may be I guess his capture level right now, Terry's capture level right now, would be around I say 2000 or 3000. It might be more, it might be less. I'm just assuming. But he saves Toriko, and Queen and Kiss also arrive over there to help them out. Now, what we see next is fucking Chi-Chi with this weird mutated body that he has, which has parts of basically different creatures, like this buffed up body of his. I don't know, it looks hilarious, but it also looks badass as fuck. And he looks at Sunny, Coco, and Zebra, where they are still unconscious, and he's like, man, are they dead? And also Zengi is there, and Zengi is like, I don't know. So he says, so Chi-Chi says that okay, fine, it's my time to shine now, and there the chapter ends. I don't know what the fuck is he going to do, but he is the combi partner of Ichiryu. Ichiryu wasn't some low class motherfucker. He was strong as fuck. He would have fucked up Midora. He would have fucked up Acacia if he would have been alive, and if he would have actually fought seriously against Midora. So his combi partner has to be quite strong. Plus he's also a red netro, so that automatically makes him quite strong. But anyways, this was a pretty good chapter. What do you guys think about this chapter? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel if you guys like my videos. Till next time.